All right, family. So it is December 2021, and we're going to be looking at crypto. We're going to be looking at what's going on in the markets, as well as some trading ideas that have come out. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. As I'm going through this, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat box. I'll try to cover as many questions as possible. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Share my screen here with you guys. Okay, if you guys are able to see a chart, drop a number 1 in the chat box for me so that I know that you're seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Fantastic. And I'm going to make a couple of you guys hosts on here so that if you guys see people in the waiting room, please let them in. Okay, guys, awesome. All right, let's rock it. So let's look at where BTC is today, guys. So obviously, the big, to do is that, people right now are wondering what is up with crypto, why did it drop, and what's going on there. And then just so you guys know, Greg, Brad, and Lorenzo, I made you guys co-hosts. Just watch the waiting room for me and let people in as they arrive. Okay. So with that said, let's look at BTC. So guys, it's always important to go back and look at where we've been, right? Remember, fam, that any day above 20,000 is a good day, right? And I know that some of you guys don't want to hear that because you just recently started investing, and you're probably like, man, don't say this to me because I just got it. Listen, it's okay. You're going to survive. Everything's going to be okay. As long as you're in good projects and you wait long enough, I mean, you will always outlast, everyone else. So we're doing pretty good right now. All right. 50,000 is a great place to be. Okay. So the yearly low for us, okay, price did bounce down back in June and in July, as low as, right around 30,000, about 28,000. Okay. So understand that, that we've been as low as 28,000 this year. Now we did go hit an all-time high, okay, at around 69,000 before we started retracing. Now, here's what's very important. I want you guys to understand some fundamentals. There's something called support and resistance that you guys, if you go through the academy, will learn, okay? Now, if we weren't bullish, we wouldn't have been able to break 65,000, okay? But we did break 65,000, created a new high before starting to drop. That means we have what's called a new higher high, okay? So our old higher high was back here in April when price first hit 65,000. Price came back down 30,000, shot all the way up to 65,000, okay? So there's a lot of factors, a lot of things that happen, including something called liquidity. You got to close orders. People got to lose money so then price can come back up, right? There needs to be liquidity in the market. But the point is, we're in an uptrending market. Price comes down, wicks, okay, as low as about 42,000. If you want to compare it with, this is Coinbase's pricing, okay, comes as low as 42,000 and then shoots right back up. Now, the reason that this happens is because there's so many people with pending orders in these areas that price can't stay down that low. Not right now. It would take a lot. Remember this, fam. Right around this area here, between about 30,000 and close to 40,000, in this area, there was a lot of institutional money that got into crypto. And when you think about the Elon Musks of the world, okay, and the big companies and now El Salvador, understand they're buying the dips. And so what that means is it's not just you and your uncle and your cousin and me buying these dips now. There's big money involved. So for it to drop below this area here would take an astronomical amount of sellers in the market. Okay. Can it happen? Of course, it could happen, but it's going to take a lot more. It's going to take global fear. Okay. Now, one thing, and I've called this out before, I've talked to you guys about this before. The only thing, in my opinion, that could bring crypto back down, I'm talking about to like 20,000s, is the government scaring the world and saying that they're going to overly regulate crypto, and mostly the US, because when Bitcoin does it, it's when China does it, it's one thing. When the US does it, it's another. If you guys see news on high regulations in crypto, a crackdown on crypto, a ban on crypto in the US, first of all, it'll never fully happen. So don't let it scare you out of the market. But what it should do is prepare you to buy in. If we ever come dropping down to these 20 zones, you better buy as much Bitcoin as you can, because that's what these people are doing. Remember this, Bitcoin is becoming scarce. It will be very hard to buy Bitcoin in the future. A whole Bitcoin will be very impossible to buy. There's not enough Bitcoins for every millionaire on the planet to have a Bitcoin. So outside of US regulation scaring the market, you're not going to come back down here. So I say all that to say, guys, we're in a very healthy place. We're at about 50,000. Yes, we wigged down to 40 something, but everything right now tells me we're still on an uptrend. We're still good. Okay. We're still good. All right. Now, if you see price break below 30,000, 28,000, okay, then it's looking rough, and I would see where the market's about to go. But right now we're still in an uptrend. We're still good. We're still in bullish territory. We're just in a short-term bearish market, which means in the short term we're down, in the long term we're up. And here's what's good for you guys is, I want you guys to really understand that this is a good opportunity for you to start dollar cost averaging your way in. Meaning this is a good time for you guys to look at great projects and get some, because, hey, the markets are bloody right now. Okay, that's just the reality of it. Let me see something here. 1 second. Heat map. So you guys can use this as a snapshot to kind of think about where's the market at on any given day. It just automatically opens for me when I open up my Google. Okay. So as you could see, there's a lot more red than green. Now, when you notice Bitcoin green, if it stays green long enough, all of this is going to follow, because Bitcoin is the leader. Okay. But this has been pretty red, guys. Okay. If you look at the last 7 days, almost everything is freaking red in the last 7 days. Only a few projects are in the green over the last 7 days. So it's been ugly. It's been ugly recent times. Okay. Even if you look at the numbers over the last month, prices are down. Okay. So the point is that things have been down. All right. So when things are down, you have great opportunities to buy into projects. Okay. So again, pay attention to that. Danny, I did drop it inside of the Zoom. This is called coin360.com. It's a heat map. It just gives you a basic picture. I did drop the link in the chat. Okay. Awesome. So that's where Bitcoin is. Don't fear. Okay. We're in a good place. Ethereum's in a good place. Truthfully, guys, I'll give you guys the advice of what's this guy's name? Ivan Paychek's. He's one of the founders of DCX. Buy Bitcoin, like all the time, just buy Bitcoin and hold it, right? That's all he's ever done. And he's become very wealthy doing it. I remember him telling us to do it at around 2,000 to 4,000, right? How many people actually listen to that? And now we see where Bitcoin is. So Bitcoin is a long-term hold. I would say your top 3 coins should be Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, guys, is at 81 cents. XRP right now beats the SEC lawsuit. It's coming up for these all-time highs. The all-time high of 2021 is almost $2, but the all-time high of its lifetime is around $3. All right, $3.30. Once XRP beats the SEC, you're going to see XRP explode. Okay, XRP, you can buy it here. So I know that a lot of places don't allow you to get XRP, but you can go here to uphold.com. Now I will tell you guys, it's a little bit of a pain to use a debit card to buy XRP here on uphold.com. So what you may want to do is send Bitcoin here, and then you can convert it, is what I did. Okay. And if you don't have a ledger, guys, listen, everybody on the platform talks about ledger. You want to make sure you get one of these. Do not buy it on Amazon. Buy it right from Ledger. They're going to send it to you from France. It is a sealed crypto hardware. You should have one of these. You should not keep all your crypto on exchanges. This will take most of the big, it'll take all of the big cryptos. The newer ones, you won't be able to necessarily keep them on here, but now there's even MetaMask integration, but this keeps your crypto safe, okay? So the point I brought that up is because if you go to Uphold, it's like an app, and you buy whatever you buy of XRP, don't just leave it on the freaking Uphold, send it to your ledger, okay? And now you got it stored, okay? And then put the damn thing in your safe. If you don't understand your ledger, it's covered. Curtis Cobain covers ledgers and stuff like that all the time. For all of you guys that I'm working with directly, you know that you can just message me and I'll walk you through to make sure that your ledger is set up securely. Okay. So uphold.com for XRP. Guys, there are people coming out right now saying that XRP can be the coin for the banks to use for big transactions, especially if the SEC, if the lawsuit doesn't pass, it's the same as saying, it's almost the same as saying SEC, the only SEC, how can I put it? Not sponsored coin or approved coin, but it's literally the only coin that's gone through regulation. So XRP could become that banking coin because of the issue that it had where the SEC tried to sue them. So understand, XRP becomes a coin that banks use. What do you think is going to happen to XRP? Okay, just think about that. All right, Nick Gomez, you guys want to learn about XRP? Nick Gomez on Go Live. That's one of his favorite coins. All right, so I'll keep going with that. Okay, so good stuff. It's been an SEC lawsuit. They tried to say it's security like a stock, which is not true. It's more like a currency. Seems to be over. XRP is looking like it's winning. Absolutely. Okay. Do they let you send the XRP out? Yes. Can you use crypto.com? I'm not sure if crypto.com allows for XRP. You can use Bitforex. I use Bitforex for XRP as well. Bitforex and uphold.com. Okay, awesome. And if you guys have more questions, just keep dropping them in the chat. It makes it engaging, okay? All right, I want everybody to focus on this because everybody's so focused on the micro trend. Oh my God, Bitcoin dropped. That's not the picture. That's not the picture. You want to focus on this, 2024. In the end of 2024, which will also be the year of our next presidential election, there will be the next Bitcoin halving. Okay. Now, many of you guys have heard me talk about this, but I just want you guys to really, really pay attention because you're here today. You're with me on this call today. You're part of the academy today. You're part of the team today. 2 years is going to fly by. In 2 years, Bitcoin halving will happen again. Now, what is Bitcoin halving? Bitcoin halving, okay, is where it gets harder to mine Bitcoin, and therefore Bitcoin gets more expensive. Okay, here's a chart of Bitcoin halving. Price traditionally has a high, it retraces. Bitcoin halving happens, price explodes. Price retraces, Bitcoin halving happens, price explodes, price retraces. And guess what just happened again, my friends? Bitcoin halving just happened at our last election cycle. Okay, now it has nothing to do with politics. The creator of Bitcoin is just a freaking insane genius, and it just happens to play out on freaking on political years. But here's what's going to happen, or here's what happened. Bitcoin halving happened. Okay, let's actually freaking look at a chart together. Bitcoin halving happened November of last year. Okay, here we are, 2021. I mean, it's almost crazy to it almost feels like this wasn't the Bitcoin chart anymore, but it was. It wasn't even that long ago. So here we are, guys. Here we are. Bitcoin halving. Let me get the exact freaking date. Okay, so it was a little bit before November, so it was in May of 2020, but it's always on election years, okay? So let's go to May 2020. So here was May 2020. This is where Bitcoin was in the last Bitcoin halving cycle. It was right up in here, okay? So look how flatlined Bitcoin had been. And then, my friends, all of a sudden, by September of that year, you started seeing Bitcoin break. Actually, in July, you could say really in like July 2020, it started, and then it never came back. You see that? Price had never been above 20,000. It came all the way down. Since December of 2018, price had hit a low, and it hadn't really, gone beyond this area, had gone up to 12,000 in 2019, came back down to 4,000. This is COVID. In May, Bitcoin halving happens. Guys, it never came back. Okay. Price goes on to not only break the all-time high of 19,000, it 3x's its all-time high to 64 freaking, it more than 3x's, $64,000. Now, here's why I share this with you, is because in 2024, it's going to happen again. We're almost in 2022. So I don't care. I don't want you to worry about what Bitcoin's about to do, and every day you're freaking out. Focus on 2024. The goal is asset accumulation between now and 2024. That's all you need to focus on. How much freaking crypto are you going to get in the next 2 years, 2.5 years? That has to be your absolute focus. Okay, 2024 comes. I mean, guys, if we didn't have the six-figure, I mean, we can, guys on the platform are saying we're going to have $100,000 Bitcoin here before this bull cycle's done. But regardless, we will have a Bitcoin over 6 figures, and God knows how far it can go by 2024. Okay, 2024 going into 2025. I mean, it's curtains. And for some of us guys here, we're not young pups anymore, right? Listen, retirement, right? We're talking retirement. Like you want to bust through those goals, you can do that by 2024, 2025. Okay, yeah. So Georgia's because we're in IM. Yeah, exactly. You guys are connected to the source of the information. So anyways, I wanted to share that with you guys so that you guys have a big picture vision. So I do think it's a great time to accumulate. If price keeps coming down, you can keep scaling in. I would really watch these zones again around 28,000 to 30,000. If we end up that low, just watch those zones. we could just bust out of here and then go and make another all-time high. So there's a lot of opportunity there. Guys, give me 1 second. There's someone at my door. Hold on. All right, guys, I'm back. All right. Nah, not pizza. There was a delivery. I'm trying to eat healthy. All right. So I'm going to just jump into a couple of things I want you guys to be aware of. For those of you that are looking to get into the NFT space, here's a cool project. It's not super cheap. Okay. If you want something very affordable, get into the VV drops that we're doing. If you guys are not in our NFT Telegram group, make sure you're in there. There's going to be an NFT drop tomorrow, $6.99, $7. Somebody got one today, and I think they made like $200 off a $7 investment a couple weeks ago off a $7 crypto comic drop. I made $2,000. So just understand, you know, if you guys want cheap, VV is the best way to go to get involved in the NFT space and kind of break the ice. But here at Party 8 Billionaire Club, I talked to a lot of you guys about it, but here's what's actually going to happen right now, which could signal an increase in price. Right now, these are going for 0.37 Ethereum. All right, so ETH to USD. So if you guys want to buy one, it's 0.37, but I would encourage you guys, if you want to buy one, try to see if you could buy two, and here's why. So 0.37, they're about $1,600 each. I got two of these, okay? Here's what's happening on December 10th, which is just in a few days, okay? You're going to be able to fuse two of these into one, and then, okay, you're going to be able to get a cyborg ape, and you're going to be able to fuse the traits of two of these together. So there's a couple of ways to look at this, okay? Let me do this. Price status buy now. So you click buy now. This is the true price. These are the cheapest ones they've got. I've got one with these like African type of clothes on them, okay? Now let me see. I believe this is listed on Rarity Tools. Let's find out. I've never even checked it on Rarity Tools. Let me see if it's on there. Yeah. All right. So here's a quick trick, not just for these apes, but any NFT. And guys, I don't have time to go through NFTs, go through the education on DCX. But for those of you that have been pending, wanting to get some NFTs, I think this is a really cool project. So the way you do it is, let's say you're looking at the floor. Now, you guys will hear us talk about floor a lot in the NFT space. Floor just means that it's the cheapest ones available. The cheapest ones available are 0.36, okay? Ethereum, which is about $1,600 right now. But the way it works, okay, by the way, if you get one with a flower in it, a rose, these are pretty cool because they have a special trait. They give away a romantic dinner for two every month to a certain amount of users that have the rose. And if you own one, you get put into the raffle for that. I have one with a Mexican hat on it, and that puts me into a raffle for an all expenses paid trip to Cancun every single month, okay? So what you want to do is, so let's say, for instance, you're looking at this, you could just buy the cheapest one. Like this one only has the t-shirt and maybe the eyes that give it some rarity. So let's say you were like, man, you know what? I want one that's cheap, but I want to get a cool one. Oh man, I really like this one with the glasses, right? He looks really cool. So what you do is you take this number, you see how it says billionaire number 09773, and you come here to Rarity Tools and you put 09773, okay, for Party 8 Billionaire Club, and you look him up. Let me see. Why are you doing that to me? Let's see. All right, let's do it again. So we said it was 09773. For some reason, it's not looking it up for me. But typically the way it would work is you come in here and you type in the one that you want to look for, and then it would populate it and it would show you the one that you're looking for. Okay. And then you would be able to come in here and see it. Here it's showing you like the most rare. Okay. And then it'll keep going all the way down to the less rare. Okay. So here's something that you guys can do. Actually, let me take out the 0. There it is. Okay, cool. So take out the 0, guys. That's what was messing it up. So for instance, this one that I was looking at with the glasses is 09773. You go to rarity tools, rarity.tools 9773, and you look it up. There it is. Okay. Now, out of 10,000 apes that exist, 10,003, he's rarity 7,743. So he's not that rare, okay, is the point. But you're not going to get really rare apes cheap at the cheap prices. But here's what's cool that's happening on the 10th. You can get 2 apes and combine their most rarest traits and make it a more rare ape. Okay, this is called fusion, which is really, really cool. And it could potentially raise the floor price on the entire project. If you're not looking for NFTs right now, just block this out. I'm going to share some cryptos with you guys in a second. But for my crypto fam, if you've got the Ethereum to do it, I think this is a really cool project. They got a really neat development team. They're putting a lot of money into promoting into their community. These guys are the real deal. And in fact, there's like fake versions of this project coming out of people trying to rip it off. So there's a lot behind this that could cause this to really grow. Okay, so really cool stuff. So let's say, for instance, you want the guy with the glasses. So you buy him. Okay, I'll kind of give you guys a little insight on how to buy these and then go from there. But so let's say you get the guy with the glasses because you think he's cool. You're going to be able to save the glasses and maybe the t-shirt and then combine it with something else. So let's say you like the idea of the rose, because the rose, you get the opportunity to win an all expenses dinner for you and another person every single month, right? So what you would do is you would buy these 2. You could look up the rarity scale if you want. You would put 7695 on raritytools.com. And then on the 10th, you're going to be able to go to the website, okay? And here you're going to be able to fuse 2 together. Okay, so it's really, really neat. Now let me I'm gonna show you guys how the fusion works here in a second. But basically, you'll be able to choose, let's say, the glasses and the shirt from this one and the rose from this one, and then combine it into one. And then the cool thing is that once you combine it, you're gonna have a more rare ape, okay? And you're gonna get a cyborg, which those cyborgs are potentially going to be worth more than the regular apes, because the only way to get the cyborg is if you combine 2 together, right? So it's really cool. Shout out to Brad. I mean, if you guys want to understand how powerful the NFT space is, him and I got into a project called Gambling Apes, and it actually had been down for quite a while, and they finally got their casino license. And when you own one, you're going to be able to get royalties off of the casino earnings just by owning one of these apes. Mike Sotero, who's on the DCX, shout out to him and Curtis Cobain. They hit #1 Go Live Educator this week. Really cool. But Gambling Apes, guys, I got in at about a half an Ethereum. Brad Lambert out of Texas, he bought one of these at a half an Ethereum, and his is rare. His right now could sell for 3 Ethereum. I've got one that'll sell for almost 2. His will sell for 3, and the floor on these is at least 1.2. The casino hasn't even opened up yet. Okay, so just understand that the power behind the NFT space is big, guys. I mean, 1.2 Ethereum, you're talking, over $5,000 for one of these apes right now. Pretty crazy stuff. Okay, so let me just show you guys. I want to show you the. So they have a great Discord group. Okay. Let me show you guys. So these are the cyborgs. So once you fuse 2 of them together, you'll get one that's more rare. you want to keep the traits of the rarity of one of them. You'll keep two of the most rare traits and combine it with the other one, and then you'll keep a rare ape, and then you'll get a cyborg ape, which will look like one of these cool ones. And again, the only way to get the cyborg is by fusing the other two together. And again, guys, that's going to happen on the 10th, which is in 3 days. Okay, so if you guys want to get into a project, it'll cost you about 0.6, 0.7 Ethereum to buy two. Again, if you're willing to risk the Ethereum, this is a really cool project that I would encourage you guys to look at. And you know, if you want something cheaper, I would say just stick with VV for now and stack Ethereum for now, guys. Don't go crazy buying all kinds of projects right now because a lot of projects are flopping. Only go into projects that are big names, that are, you know, the developers are solid, and the development team is public. Very important. Okay. And then what I want to do is cover a couple of coins for you guys, and then I'll look at is there any backing with Nifty's NFTs? I don't know what you mean by backing. I will tell you that everything from Nifty's is licensed, so that's a pretty big deal. Okay, so Nifty's pretty cheap, and they are licensed. So I think people get so caught up in, is everything a scam, guys? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what I would tell you guys is, like, you know, just accumulate assets and make sure they're good assets. Anything that's licensed from Disney, from Marvel, from Matrix, from, you know, whatever, Gucci, Louis V, anything that's licensed, buy it, hold it, put it away. Okay, just accumulate assets in this season, and then flip some things. Yeah, Givenchy, I think it's, or Givenchy, I forget how you pronounce it. They came out with some stuff. It's worth a crazy ton of money, right? So stop focusing on all this. There's so much crap in the internet. People get so freaking negative over stuff. Just find good projects, buy them, hold them. And here's the thing about NFTs, enjoy it, right? Because the cool thing about NFTs is, you know, if you like the art, if you like the collectible, you're never losing. Even if it doesn't become profitable, it's still something cool that you can collect and own. Okay. Now here's some coins, guys, that have been called out, and I'm going to give you guys one more coin also to look at. Okay. Atari was recently called out, so we'll look at that. Crow from crypto.com was called out. We'll look at that. And DPI, guys, these are all from the last week. So understand, last week we called out like 4 coins, and then in the last 7 days we also called out 3 more coins, right? Since let me see, what day was it? Since Friday to Tuesday we've called out 3 coins, and then 7 days prior we called out 4 coins. So if you guys are building your portfolio or wanting to, pay attention to your Swipe Coin app. These are the ones that are called exchange ideas. When you see exchange ideas, okay, those are coins that you can buy and hold long term. Now, before I look at the details for these, I want to give you one that has not been called out specifically on the platform, but it's been mentioned by many educators on Go Live. And I know many educators that are holding this, and it is OMI, okay, also known as eComi. Now, OMI is really cool. Right now, it's a half a penny. It's a half a penny. If it ever goes to $1, you would have 200 extra money. So let me just give you an idea of what that means. If you put $1,000 in eComi right now, and it goes to $1, your $1,000 would become like $100,000. Okay, so I just want you guys to understand. Okay, also, OMI is going to have staking on the VV app. Maybe you've heard of the VV app because you guys see us, you know, trading VV all the time in the NFT group. Okay, so OMI is the underlying cryptocurrency behind this. Every time there is a purchase on this app, there's OMI being burned. Now, if you're newer, you don't know what burning means. It means that coins are being burned, and so that there's less in circulation. It's kind of like if for every time the US dollar is used for something, they would burn some of them. It makes the US dollar go up in value. Every single day, there's millions of OMI being burnt. Okay, really, really cool. Yeah, Bit4X is the simplest way to do it. Bit4X for the US is the easiest way to do it. Okay, awesome. Okay, so Omi is what I would say you really want to look at it. By the way, I got some insider stuff from an educator chairman yesterday. Omi is working on building out a metaverse. So just understand, Omi launches a metaverse. That's a big deal for Omi as a coin. Okay, just again, can't guarantee nothing, but just pay attention because Omi's in NFTs. It's also getting involved in the metaverse. It gets licensing from Disney. It gets licensing from freaking Marvel. It gets licensing from the USPS. I mean, guys, what more do you want? Okay. So Omi, I own some Omi. I think it's a great coin. Right now, it's at number 94. Out of 11,000 coins, it's number 94. Pay attention. It's only at less than a half a penny. Okay. So just a heads up on that. All right. Let's look at some other coins. So Atari, really, really cool. Obviously, most of you guys are old enough to remember Atari as the video gaming console. Okay. They have their own coin. It's only 8 cents right now. Okay. Now, the reason Atari is something you want to look at is because it owns a ton of freaking land. Okay. Atari owns land. NFT. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So basically, it's owning up virtual real estate. Okay, so I believe it's in Sandbox. There we go. Which, by the way, you can't get big land anymore in Atari. Like, it would cost you astronomical amounts of money. And look how big Atari bought this huge freaking plot of land. It wants to build a freaking casino in Sandbox. And look at the little mini plots throughout the metaverse. Okay, so Sandbox is a metaverse. Facebook has a metaverse. Sandbox is a metaverse. Decentraland has a metaverse. Okay, and Atari has a ton of freaking land. So guess what? Would it make sense for this cheap coin to go up if the owners of the coin own all this freaking land and they can use it as utility for, maybe when you go into their casino, you have to play with the Atari coin, stuff like that. So Atari just got called out recently on the platform. It got called out at around at around 9 cents. Okay, so it's not too far from the entry price. Obviously, all of crypto is kind of down right now. So, but it's right around 9 cents still. So it's still at the entry point, which means if you want to get in, this is a great opportunity to look at that coin. So Atari is one. Okay, now here's one that's been just, really, really getting some attention, which is Crow. Okay, and this is the crypto.com coin. And this thing's blowing up, guys. It's 61 cents, okay? We called it out. Sheesh, guys, you would be up right now if you took this coin. We called it at 47 cents, okay? But here's the thing. This coin's going to keep going up. In my humble opinion, I can't prophesy, I can't promise, I can't guarantee. But this thing, it has to go up. You know why? Because crypto.com buys Staples Center, the rights to the Staples Center. Okay, so Staples Center is now crypto.com arena. So every time that there's a basketball, I believe they play basketball, excuse me if I'm wrong. Okay, I'm not a huge sports guy. So every time somebody watches a game, they're going to see crypto.com. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to go to crypto.com. And guess what they're probably going to buy? Crypto.com coin. Okay. So pay attention to this. So crypto.com is a great potential coin that you can get into because of everything that's going on. Okay. And you guys would be able to take advantage of what's going on there. So guys, those are 3 coins under $1, one of them under a penny. Even if you got $200 to put into a coin, there you've got some options, okay? Now, Mike did call out this coin here, DPI. I was looking at it earlier. It's a little bit more expensive of a coin or higher investment. It's $274, okay, a coin. I'm not too familiar with it, but I believe he was talking to me about it, that it's an index of different coins and their values kind of connected. Now, check this out. This is why he called out this coin. If you go into, and I'll show you guys how to access it. In Go Live, Curtis Cobain and Mike Soltero have a favorited session called Tokenomics. You want to focus on this. Now, one thing I noticed about DPI is that if you look at its all-time high, it was around $600, $628. So if it just goes up to where it was before, you will double your money. You will more than double just for it to go back to where it was. But check this out. There's only 549,000 coins of these available. That's it. Guys, there's coins right now with billions of coins in circulation. This one has 500,000 coins. That means that once these coins are circulated, that's it. Bitcoin has 21 million coins in circulation that will ever exist, right? This one has 500,000. Imagine you just buy one of these and this coin goes to $100,000, $200,000. Okay. So pay attention. That's why Mike likes this coin. Okay. It's because the circulating supply is so small. Okay. Man, go get you one. All right. So pretty cool stuff. Brad says it's a DeFi index coin, basically a mutual fund of DeFi projects. So you don't have to go buy them all. You can just buy this index. Yeah. So you have this coin and it's basically going to mirror the value of a bunch of DeFi coins, which is decentralized finance coins. And it's going to mirror it. Okay. So for those of you guys who have a little bit more money, this could be something cool to add to your portfolio, guys. Just because there's only 549,000, I'm buying some of this. All right. I'm just telling you right now, because of the limited supply. All right. So really cool stuff. All right. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm going to wrap up with going through some stuff with you guys from the platform. Okay. Just so you guys know, everything that I've talked about today comes from the platform. A couple of quick things for you guys to know. Most of your educators do have Telegrams. They also have something called Pip Talk. If you download the IM.Academy app, you can subscribe to your favorite educators by name. So for instance, you can go in and look for Mike Soltero. Okay, there you go. And you would go in here and you will subscribe to him. Boom. And now his updates will come in. Okay. And you see he has certain things that he's dropping all the time in here. All right. Really cool. Okay. Go live. By the way, you know that crypto is big when 3 of the top 5 educators are all with crypto. Okay. You go to DCX. All right. And what I would do, guys, I would be, look, Curtis Cobain, you just can't miss Kurt. I'm just going to be honest with you. Curtis Cobain, guys, watch him every week. His Friday session, he's always going to drop you the latest and greatest stuff, right? Shout out to Lorenzo, who's on this call, followed his advice, got a miner, a helium miner when they were easy to get. And guys, he tripled his investment within 60 days. And ever since then, the miners continue to make him money, all because of Curtis Cobain. So make sure you're tapping into them. Then Curtis Cobain and Mike Soltero have a session together. Really cool stuff. And then Mike Soltero, he's talking DeFi. You want to check him out as well. Okay. But guys, and when it comes to NFTs, you want to watch this Thursday session, guys. These guys made, I can't say it publicly, but I could say it on a private call. Guys, these guys made millions off of Sandbox Land and Mana, the coin. Guys, they've been talking about this like all year. And then when Facebook declared the metaverse change, I don't know if they were millionaires before, but they've had several millions created through the metaverse. Now they were calling the stuff. If you were watching their sessions, you could have taken the trades and the asset accumulating ideas that they had. All right. So guys, utilize these tools. Very important. Okay. There's going to be a big announcement on Monday about leverage trading. Probably what I'll do on our next call, I'm going to try to do this call maybe every week, if not every 2 weeks. Next one, I'll cover leverage trading a little bit more. We're going to have a product dropping for leverage trading, where basically what you guys will be able to do is put $1,000, $2,000 into a leverage trading account for those of you guys who have smaller budgets, $500, and you're going to be able to trade it and grow the Bitcoin within that account based on how the markets move, whether the market moves up or down. So I know that's a little bit more advanced for some of you guys, but we will cover that because Mike Sotero is dropping basically in the scanner. There's a crypto scanner that we have called the Scalper. There's going to be a new feature where you're going to have the trade alert inside with the exact coordinates you need. You copy those coordinates and you can just scale an account. Okay. It's kind of like the trade signals that they're sending you guys through Swipecoin for leverage. But we're going to be able to do different pairs like Solana and a few other pairs as well. All right. So awesome, exciting stuff coming, guys. How do we know about that call? I will inform you guys. Make sure you're in the Telegram chats, both the NFT and the regular one. Also, you guys know you can always message me. Okay. So really, really important. Let me see if there's any more questions, guys. Any more questions? Any more questions? I saw a plot of land that Trade House guys bought. They put Jason Brown's face on it. That's amazing. Bro, they got some big pieces of land in there. Like, I don't even know how much that freaking land's going for. It's nuts. I remember, guys, when I would see the land, it was like $500. I didn't buy any. I thought it was, I didn't catch the vision of it right away. But obviously it makes sense now, right? There's going to be new metaverses being built in Solana and a couple other places. Pay attention to projects that deal with NFT land, because that might be some great opportunities for you guys to pick some land up. Okay. At least 2,000 bucks minimum. Crazy. Crazy. All right, guys, listen, I hope you guys got great value from this. I'll make the recording available, but please listen, don't sleep on this stuff. Bitcoin goes to 60,000, 65,000 again. All these coins are going to go up with it, right? Just understand that that's how it is. Bitcoin leads. So when Bitcoin drops, other coins drop. When Bitcoin pumps, other coins eventually pump with it, right? It'll start with Ethereum and some of the major coins, and then you'll see it trickle into some of the smaller coins. But guys, please don't get caught up in crap projects. Please, we give you guys plenty of quality projects to look at so that you guys can buy some great coins. All right. God bless you guys, man. Have a great night.